Hi. Do you ever get a feeling like everything's going wrong, everything sucks, everything's bad? You start enumerating all the ways that things don't work for you, and this happened, then that happened, then that happened. And the more you look, the more you see, you start to think that if there were a higher power up there trying to grind me down and make my life suck, this would be how they would do it. Well, if you get that feeling and your city has been attacked by dinosaurs, or you are simultaneously evading tornadoes and volcanoes, then you're in a nightmare. So in another talk, I will tell you about lucid dreaming and how to shift out of a nightmare. But for today, I'm just talking about your ordinary waking state of mind, but you get into this nasty funk. In that case, there's a good chance that your 6th chakra is spinning backwards. I'm Rachel Krager, Ireland. I'm going to show you a simple fix for that can change things a lot. So we have this energy field. It's electromagnetic, and everybody's got it, where it's part of being alive for us. And within this field, we've got vortices that either pull energy in or push energy out. They're called chakras or chakras, and that in Sanskrit just means wheel. So we've got minor ones in every joint, and we've got some that are not even in the physical body. But of the primary chakras of the body, counting up from the ground, the 6th one is located in the middle of the forehead. It's associated with the third eye. It's called the third eye, associated with the pineal gland, which is a tiny little pine cone-like thing deep in the brain. It mysteriously contains light sensing cells, just like our actual eyes. So the 6th chakra here, associated with that gland, has a responsibility for mental functions and for intuition, and also for vision, for making a big picture, taking information in from all around outside, all the world, assimilating that into a big picture, a vision of how we think the world can be, and manifesting that vision out into the world. The correct direction of spin of the 6th chakra can be found by planting your right thumb on your forehead, middle of your forehead, curl your fingers around, and the direction they go is the direction that the chakra should be spinning. If you were standing in front of me, facing me, it would be clockwise to you. If somehow that chakra gets flipped and it's spinning the wrong way, then now instead of manifesting this positive vision of the world that we have, it's now pushing out into the world and manifesting all the negative things that we do not want. So what do we do about that? First, imagine a drain. Maybe even if you haven't done this since you were a kid, go fill up a drain, in your kitchen sink or your bathtub, and watch the water as it goes down the drain, how it forms a vortex. It tends to go in one direction, but you can switch it if you want to. So then try just spinning it the other way. First you get chaos, right? You disrupt the pattern, you get chaos. You get it going the other way, and it can, keep pushing it, and it can go the other way, and then that becomes a new self-feeding pattern that pulls more energy in as it goes down the drain, or more water in the case of a drain. So take that image and apply that, especially if you're visual. Start with an image of a purple, violet, or indigo cone that's spinning and pulling energy in, pulling light in right into your forehead, spinning on in. I tend to be more kinesthetic, so I do it more by feel. I might literally trace the direction with my finger on my forehead. Maybe it's a vortex spinning in like that. Sometimes I'm just kind of initiating for myself a sense of pushing that way and pulling in at the same time. I tend to get a little bit tingly, zingy feeling in my face when I do this. There was a period when I had kind of a difficult patch, and I was really unhappy, complaining a lot. Everything was going wrong. Everything I wanted was out of reach. And I started to figure out that this was what I needed to do. And I started practicing, just like pulling, visualizing, getting that spin going that way. And I often noticed at first, besides that kind of tingly sensation, a little bit of a headache when I started doing this, because it's like a change in this pattern, breaking up a pattern and trying to establish a new one. And I'd get a little headache, wouldn't last very long, wouldn't be very bad, but it is something I noticed at first. As I became more practiced and became more habitual and the new pattern was established, I started to notice other changes. I started to appreciate my life more, and even though it wasn't a typical life that maybe other people I knew would think was how things should be, there were actually a lot of really great things going on in my life, a lot of stuff to be grateful for, and I started practicing intentional gratitude practice again, and that's a great practice that I recommend for everybody. But even beyond that, in the years since I started taking more attention to the spin of my 6th chakra and maintaining it intentionally, I've noticed a lot of improvements in the material conditions of my life. So it's not just that it changed and improved my perception and made me feel better, but it actually changed or accompanied change in the actual conditions of my life. So my hope for you is that you could have the same kind of benefit. Remember, the right thumb and the forehead follow the direction the fingers curl around, and that's the right direction. And see if you can make those kinds of positive changes in your life if you need them. I'd love to hear your experiences if you leave a comment below. As always, you are also invited to subscribe for ongoing tools and strategies for living in your power in interesting times. Thank you.